In the heart of the Gaza Strip, in the devastated city of Deir al-Balah, search operations continue for the remains of Israeli hostages believed to be buried beneath the rubble. Under the first phase of the ceasefire and prisoner exchange deal between Israel and Hamas, teams from the Qassam Brigades comb through the shattered landscape with heavy construction machinery, moving slowly through layers of collapsed buildings, burnt-out vehicles, and pulverized concrete. This is part of a delicate and politically charged process. The ceasefire agreement, brokered by Turkey, Egypt, and Qatar with oversight from the United States, requires the exchange of hostages, prisoners, and bodies. Hamas has so far released 20 Israeli captives alive and returned the remains of 21 more. But Israel disputes one of the recovered bodies, claiming it does not match any individual on its missing list. For Israel, the handover of every single body is a condition for moving into the second phase of negotiations. That next phase could determine the pace of the ceasefire, further exchanges, and eventually wider discussions on the future of Gaza. For Hamas, however, the scale of destruction, thousands of buildings reduced to dust, makes such recovery work slow, dangerous, and in many cases, nearly impossible. The stakes could not be higher. Phase 1 of the agreement includes the release of nearly 2,000 Palestinian prisoners in exchange for Israeli captives. But the long-term plan goes further. It envisions the rebuilding of Gaza and the possible establishment of a new governing mechanism that does not include Hamas. That proposal remains one of the most contentious elements of the deal. Meanwhile, the human cost continues to grow. Since October 2023, the war has killed nearly 69,000 people in Gaza and injured more than 170,000, according to the Gaza Health Ministry. Entire neighborhoods have been erased, families have been displaced multiple times, and beneath the rubble, the remains of those still unaccounted for, whether Israeli hostages or Palestinian civilians, remain trapped in the ruins of one of the most destructive conflicts in modern history. Today's search in Deir al-Balah represents not just an attempt to recover bodies, but a window into the complex and fragile negotiations shaping the next steps of the ceasefire. Every discovery, every delay, and every dispute has the potential to influence regional diplomacy and determine whether the violence resumes or a long-term agreement finally takes shape. As machinery digs, armed guards stand watch. The tension is constant. The pressure on both sides is immense, and the world's eyes remain fixed on Gaza, waiting to see what this fragile moment will bring next.